Hey guys, recently I just sold my Grand Marquis. So I wrote up this bill of sale, and this is a very typical bill of sale. I added some things in this time because I was waiting around, so I'm like, hey, why not? And then I'm like, I could make a video about this. Maybe this can help somebody. So this, for me, it always starts off with motor vehicle bill of sale. So right away, it's labeled as is where is. And we'll get into that too. I'll keep repeating that statement, like as is. I date it, because that's always very important for when you want to re-register the vehicle from one person to another. And then I go into saying, I, the seller, name, printed, have sold for the price, sum of, and you want it in the cash value, as in the numerical value, plus the printed word value. So let's say it's $100, you will put the numerical amount, and then you'll put the alpha amount. So you'll actually write in the word 100, and then the dollars is already written there, so you don't have to worry about that. Then I put a brief description of the vehicle. Silver gray, 1999, Grand Marquis, and it's put the kilometers, because that's very important, plus the VIN number. So now they have all the information on this vehicle. They know the color matches the ownership, and it says in as is condition to the buyer. So basically we're saying where is as is, the buyer is accepting that. Now the buyer puts their name down and says buyer accepts vehicle as is where is and is provided their own transportation to the vehicle with the VIN number. So I basically said the same statement again, but it's going from me to them. Then the next thing I say is both the buyer and the seller affirms that the above information is accurate to the best of their ability. So let's say the vehicle ends up being 5 more kilometers, something like that. That's why I say the best of their ability, and everything else that you see there. Now when I wrote in for the VIN number, I actually took a magnifying glass and I went over the VIN number. Like I could read it, but I wanted to make sure that it was entirely accurate when I wrote it down, and I checked it 3 times. Probably more, but let's just say 3 times, which is usually what I do. You want to double check this. You don't want 1 digit off, because it could be a totally different vehicle. The next thing I go and I say that the owner of the vehicle will register in their own name and transfer everything over. And I continue on saying that it's as is condition, and then they understand in terms of the sale that there are no warranties, no guarantees, or anything implied for the sale of the vehicle. I also added that the buyer is responsible for the transfer, registration fees, and all applicable taxes. So whatever they want to say that it is. So let's say, for example, how it works in the ministry is if you paid, let's say you paid $1,000 for a vehicle. You're going to write in on the bill of sale that you, for the number of 1,000, then you're add written 1,000, and whichever the blue book value happens to be. So the blue book value, say it's like 5,000, you paid 1,000 for it, the government will have you pay taxes on the 5,000. So that doesn't go back to me. However, what happens with me is I sold it for 1,000. So now this has become income. So I'm going to pay taxes on the 1,000 that I got back from the vehicle, and they're going to pay taxes on what the blue book value is. Or let's say they sold the vehicle for 5,000 and it was the blue book value was 1,000. You will pay taxes either way on the 5,000 because it's higher. And then after that, I have the seller's name, which would, if I was the seller of it, hypothetically speaking, it would be my name printed there plus my signature, and then there, whoever bought it, the buyer's name printed, and then their signature. And then they get a copy of this, I have a copy of this. So everything is 100% legit, and they understand what they're getting into, what they bought, and all of that. I'm not a lawyer, but so far this bill of sale is a bit over the top, but has always done me justice. Now, it could be as simple as saying, I, the seller of this such and such piece of equipment and or vehicle, you put a brief description with the VIN number, obviously. So if it's a trailer, VIN number. If it's a car, VIN number. If it's a boat, VIN number. And you put the amount, and then the buyer set to whoever, and so their name would be signed to it. And then as long as you both have copies and do all the appropriate information afterwards and registering everything, it could be as simple as that. Did I have to make this as wordy as it was? Not really, but I wanted to be thorough, and I figured it would be a great exercise for both myself and also to help you guys out. So if this has helped you, you're welcome. Please comment, subscribe, and Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.